I can imagine Sarada or Sasuke's reaction when they find out that Naruto was Sakura's first kiss. Hi all, what do you think would have happened to Hinata and Sasuke if Naruto had stayed with Sakura? If Sakura had stayed with Naruto, it would have been one of the worst things they had ever done. Why? Sakura knows about Hinata's feelings for Naruto. Will she steal the guy Hinata likes? This is a low blow to Miss Haruno. Was Sakura truly in love with Naruto? I will answer yes. Ask why. Before you start denying it, I want to add that I'm not going to make a stupid move by adding that these were platonic feelings or that she loved him like a brother. These are the kinds of annoying cliches that people use all the time to try to deflect the real meaning of the issue. I don't know whether Sakura still has feelings at the moment, but I'm more than sure that she really loved him. The thing is, Sakura initially had to be in limbo and genuinely doubted between Naruto and Sasuke because the matter had not yet been resolved, and Kishimoto even stated that during the appearance of Shippuden, there was a time when he and his team were seriously considering changing final pairings to pair Naruto and Sakura. You do not trust me. I will prove what I say. In Databook number 1, the very first one, when the characters were still children, they had already paved the way by writing some very cheeky lines on Sakura's profile. She doesn't really understand her thoughts or feelings towards Naruto. She really likes Sasuke. But if you noticed, she also has eyes for Naruto. Right now, it doesn't feel like love, but maybe there's a chance. What does this look like for you? She feels spontaneous admiration for Naruto, and for some reason, she is blushing now. Additionally, in Databook number 3, there is a comic that describes Sakura's feelings for Naruto over time. At first, she saw him as an obstacle that stood between her and Sasuke, but over time, she realized that this obstacle was actually the one who was always ready to comfort and protect her. Therefore, her feelings for him have changed, although she is still confused by them. Also in this profile, they describe Sakura's meeting with Naruto after the timeout. It says that her heart beats faster at the sight of her childhood friend, Naruto's sudden and rapid growth. One has to wonder what these situations were supposed to lead to. Either Sakura was ready for a fight, or the author was playing with fire, teasing the audience for entertainment. But this idea that she has changed or might change her mind about Naruto has also been used a lot in the manga or anime itself. In the first episode, after Naruto returned to the village from his training trip with Jiraiya, when he met Sakura again for the first time, she seemed very awkward around him, noticing how he had changed and at the same time being self-conscious about her own appearance. She blushed when she asked him if he thought she looked more feminine than before, and she was disappointed when he said they couldn't tell the difference. So we literally know that she blushed and that her heart rate increased when she saw Naruto as an adult. Just a few episodes after they finished Kakashi's bell test, they were going to celebrate together at Ichiraku, but Kakashi left them alone, to which Naruto happily noted that this meant they were on a date. In the manga, the scene ends here, implying that they went to Ichiraku together. However, in the anime, it was instead shown that Sakura broke up with Naruto and went to another restaurant because he said he wasn't going to pay her bill. She just threw a tantrum at him because, deep down, she regretted not going with him. After rescuing Gaara in Shippuden Arc 1, in which Naruto and Sakura had little interaction due to fighting different opponents in different locations, an arc followed in which the reformed Team 7, along with Yamato and Sai, went on their mission to investigate cases of Orochimaru and look for Sasuke. This arc was one of my favorites in the entire series, especially because I can hardly remember a time when Sakura was as sweet and friendly as she was back then. She protected Naruto, and they had a lot of cute moments that I seriously encourage anyone who doubts the premise of this answer to watch again to refresh their memory. The most obvious moment during this arc was when Yamato made a statement that he could easily see that Sakura had strong feelings for Naruto. What really matters is the strength of the feelings you have for Naruto. Yes, I know it just by looking at you. Things get funny when Sei starts participating in the group and tries to use Naruto and Sakura's relationship as a basis for learning some social skills. In this third arc, there is a scene where they eat ramen together, but Naruto complains that he can't eat properly because of his broken arm. Sakura then offers to feed him, causing him to blush at the thought, but Sei accidentally ruins the moment by offering to do it himself instead, naively believing the gesture would be appreciated. Another time this is seen is after Naruto overcomes pain and saves the village. The villagers surround him while his friends come to greet him. Hinata stands aside without any attention. Then suddenly, all attention turns to Sakura, who stands alone with Naruto in the middle of the circle, walking up and giving him a warm hug while everyone looks on with shocked eyes. I mean, why Sakura of all people? The twist they gave her in that scene was exactly what one would expect if she was his girlfriend or something. It was strange to watch this, thinking that they were just friends like everyone else. One can also point out all the obvious hints that don't directly speak to Sakura's feelings, the most prominent of which is Kushina's dying wish for Naruto to marry someone like her, while Sakura is implicitly and explicitly compared to Kushina several times, even Minato personally. Needless to say, Hinata has absolutely nothing to do with Kushina. I hope you get the vibe if you want to know how I explained the end and result to myself. Sakura fell in love with the Naruto too late, when he had already abandoned her. He had rejected her quite decisively when she came with this convoluted fake confession that may not have been completely fake to begin with. But the thing is that from that point on, after the pain arc, Naruto basically started sending Sakura with Sasuke. She's one of those girls who likes to be put in her place. That's why she stuck to Sasuke. Remember how she followed Naruto when he screamed? If Naruto acted like this the whole episode, Sakura would go crazy for him. By the way, pay attention to how Naruto gained such confidence that he had to walk with his legs spread apart. In the beginning, when the franchise first started, there was an original project that was radically different from the final product. For example, Naruto was the son of the Nine Tails, and the village was located in modern Japan. Then there was a character who was meant to be Naruto's love interest, and that character was Hinata, one of the few originals that made it to the official release. Some people conveniently point to this fact as proof that Kishimoto had everything planned far ahead, and that Hinata was always going to end up being Naruto's wife, which is completely untrue when you realize how the author basically changed all of his original concepts, or how he continued to write the story in arcs without much concern for long-term continuity. It's actually a huge surprise to me that Hinata was pretty much the only element that survived from the original draft, which was only because people loved her cuteness and hated Sakura's straightforwardness over the course of the franchise. But you can easily see how everything except the love interest has completely changed, even for these two. Sakura was originally supposed to be a supporting character of equal importance to Kiba, and Hinata was supposed to be more prominent, which is the only reason she was supposed to be Naruto's love interest. But Kishimoto enjoyed writing Sakura and quickly decided to give her more of a protagonist by pushing Hinata to the side, which logically opened the window for switching ship. One would have expected the story to go differently, and this happened as I demonstrated in the previous paragraphs. I think the final push to leave Naruto with Hinata was a technical decision made at a fairly late moment. Among other reasons, nothing else could reasonably be done with Hinata, since her only character was her love for Naruto, and also because Sakura was not very well liked, not as a main character or as a love interest for Naruto. She lost a lot of her heroism by the end of Shippuden, and besides, either killing Hinata or giving her another love interest wouldn't work, especially the latter. Like I said, the only thing she was always famous for was her interest in Naruto. Making her fall in love with someone else would essentially kill her, and I sincerely hope that I explained something useful to people who didn't know about these things. Hinata's reaction. Hinata would be devastated. She had loved Naruto since they were children, and it would be like a stab in the heart if you married someone who supported the budding relationship between you guys. Hinata would still be happy for Naruto and wish him the best, but she won't stop thinking about what could have been. She knew that Naruto was pressed against Sakura, and she knew that Naruto had romantic feelings for her. Hinata would be crushed. Perhaps she will never love again, and will simply marry someone out of responsibility. But Hinata, who is always content to love him from afar, will do this constantly. She never asked him for anything, and never begged him. She was selfless in her love for him. Hinata would simply be happy knowing that he was happy. Naruto had no interest in Hinata for 2 years. Basically, it took him 8 years to say I love you. He seemed to just go with the flow and do his job for the time being. He worked, partied, and learned to cope with his newfound status. Sakura's absence from Sasuke may have bothered him, but overall, they were still close. They were best friends. They ate out. She became his personal physician with his blessing. They studied together, and Sakura just seemed different. Some of the guys hinted at Hinata's interest from time to time, but Naruto was no fool. He may have felt bad because he thought it was better to ignore her feelings so as not to reject her completely. Hinata was a difficult topic for him to discuss. What should he tell her? What could he say that would make her understand? This scenario may suck for Hinata fans, but if you apply it to real life, Naruto and Sakura have had great chemistry over the years, and neither of them is perfect. But if Sakura had decided to give Naruto a chance and had been sincere about it, he would have taken it.